All right, thanks, Chad. Governor Mike Pence is expected to have a difficult re-election bid in front of him next year, especially after the controversy of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. But who will he face, and which candidate, his 2012 opponent or the woman who's opposed his education policies for 3 years, could pose the bigger threat? Experts say those questions don't have easy answers.
Revenge is not necessarily one of the nobler motives, but I think there was some of that.
When Glenda Ritz announced she was running for governor Thursday, despite her well-publicized battles with Governor Mike Pence, she said her decision to run was not personal. But first, she has to win her party's primary next spring, currently headlined by John Gregg. Purdue political experts say that's no easy task. Does she pose a real threat to John Gregg?
I think she does. I'd say it's probably a 50-50 anybody's guess at this point.
I think potentially. I certainly wouldn't counter out.
In the 2012 election, Gregg lost to Pence by less than 3 percentage points. Still, he was about 75,000 votes short. But it's a number that was far closer than Barack Obama's 10-point loss to Mitt Romney in the presidential race. But now a rematch for Gregg means going through the Democratic Party's only statewide office holder, Glenda Ritz. Do you think the Democratic Party of Indiana is helped or hurt by her running for governor?
I don't think it's hurt.
I think it helps. I think that it is important to have women in these positions of leadership and running for office.
Democrats hope to have an edge on Pence after the Religious Freedom Restoration Act debacle, but it will take time to determine whether a strong primary sharpens the skills of the eventual winner or weakens the party overall. A lot may depend on the length of the primary, any mistakes that the winner makes, as well as how negative the campaign goes.
I think that she will probably be able to generate excitement and interest that other candidates can't. And so I think the Democratic Party should see it as a good thing.
Clausen says Ritz's connection to teachers, parents, and effective use of social media makes her a smart candidate. And though Ritz's experience is almost completely in education, Burt Rockman says all governors rely on experts and cabinet members on unfamiliar topics, and that Ritz does have plenty of experience making a budget as state school superintendent.
Any budgeting kind of decision, whatever the field is that you have to decide on priorities, and that would be the same as you decide across different categories of expenditure.
It's far too early for either expert to predict the outcome of either election, but they agree.
I think she's a highly credible candidate.
I think that she will be a formidable opponent.
Burt Rockman says because of the name recognition of both John Gregg and Glenda Ritz, it's tough to say which person should be considered the front runner, though he says the clear underdog is State Senator Karen Talion, who has also announced her gubernatorial bid on the Democratic side.